Great.
Jai Hind, friends, greetings of the day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever suits you. So today we will discuss as to how to write good thematic perception test stories. Writing good stories is very important because TAT has somewhere around of 70% of weightage of the psychological test conducted in Service Selection Board interview, SSB interview. Now, when we talk about writing stories of TAT, there is a huge intoxication of the word actions. Anybody you talk to, they will talk about right actions. Everybody is mad about action. Indeed, action is important in the story, but there are quite a few things which are also important and we neglect them almost each and every time, right? Even when you talk to repeaters or people those have given SSB multiple times, they also some sort of neglect it. So we will see what else we have to do to make our story attractive, genuine, and gel into the picture. So we will start by looking at the briefing given by the psychologist for the thematic perception test. It is very important, and 99.99% of candidates overlook the briefing. See, briefings are designed by DIPR, Defense Institute of Psychological Research, and they have designed that briefing so nicely, so scientifically, that even if somebody who doesn't know anything about SSB and goes to SSB and listens to the briefing very carefully, they'll be able to do the test, right? So briefings are very important. Shivam, can you present that PPT? So we'll go through the briefing and we'll see what we all are missing throughout these days. Okay, so okay, scroll up, just slowly scroll. Yes, huh. Slowly scroll to the ladies and gentlemen, this is a test of your imagination. This is a very important line. It's a test of your imagination. So psychologist wants you to see that how much you can imagine, what exposure you have, how much you know, how socially aware you are. See, imagination उसी का अच्छा होगा जिसका exposure बहुत अच्छा होगा, जिसने बहुत चीजें पढ़ी होंगी, जिसको knowledge होगा. The person who knows the knowledge of the other world also, person who watches documentaries, person who reads magazine, newspapers, watches news, socially aware, वैसे लोगों का imagination बहुत अच्छा होता है, right? तो इनडायरेक्टली ये लाइन एक कैंडिडेट से डिमांड करता है दैट अ कैंडिडेट शुड बी वेल रेड कैंडिडेट, सोशली अवेयर, राइट? So this is a very important line. It's a test of your imagination. And we often get into these false advices that you should relate your stories to your life, and you know, uh, there should be a wave in your stories. All those things are bullshit. You should imagine as much as you can, and you should give the profession as per required to the picture. You don't need to connect it to your life. You should connect your stories to the picture given. Picture जो demand करता है वैसी stories बनानी है. You have to imagine good. For that you'll have to read a lot. Okay, in this test you'll be shown number of pictures one after another. This is fine, normal. You are free to give your responses which are likely to be different from one person to another. So never try to copy your stories. Never try to take stories from somebody else, because it is clearly written which are likely to be different from one person to another. Okay, next slide. After seeing each picture, you have to write a story around the character and situation shown. Put down your thoughts as freely as they come to your mind without considering the beauty of expression. Fine. So beauty of expression is not that important, right? You should be able to write. You should not be considered about the flowery language. Okay, next PPT, next page. In the story, you will write what has led to the situation, what is going on, and what the outcome will be, right? This is a very important line. अगर हम इस लाइन को अपने दिमाग में रखेंगे, we will never go wrong. So what has led to the situation should be 20%, what is going on should be 60%, and what is the likely outcome, or what the outcome will be 20%. So most of the story should be in the present moment, what is going on. And this framework is very important. जब तक आप इस फ्रेमवर्क में रहेंगे तब तक गलती करने के चांसेस कम है, राइट? So let's say you're writing 12 lines of a story. So 2-3 lines on what is led to the situation, then 6 to 7 lines on what is currently happening, and then 1 to 2-3 lines on what is the outcome. Now comes the most important line. You will also describe the feelings, thoughts, and actions of the characters shown in the picture. तो हमें फीलिंग्स, थॉट्स एंड एक्शंस तीनों को डिस्क्राइब करना है स्टोरी में. व्हाई आर वी सो हिस्टेरिक अबाउट एक्शंस? Anybody you talk to, put more actions. What will be the actions? Actions, as if we have neglected feelings and thoughts, as if we don't care about feelings and thoughts. Your story will be a dead story if you don't put feelings and thoughts in your stories, right? Although actions are important, but it should be the combination of feelings, thoughts, and actions. The feelings, thoughts, and actions of the characters shown in the picture. Remember, you're not required to describe the picture, but to write the story around it. There should be an arc of the story. You should not describe the picture. That person is doing this and this and this. So basically, I wanted to talk about this only: actions, thoughts, and feelings. We always neglect feelings and thoughts. Now I'll give you an example as to how to put feelings and thoughts in your story, and how to make it a live story, how to make a story where you project that you're living that story. It should not be a dead story. ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि आपने कहीं से रट लिया है and you're just trying to make a story somehow. ऐसा लगना चाहिए कि आप उस story को जी रहे हो. तभी that will put an impact on the psychologist mind. Otherwise your story will be a dead brick. Nobody cares without feelings and thoughts. Okay, next slide. You will be shown 12 slides to write stories. 11 slides consist pictures, whereas the 12th slide is blank. For the blank slide, you can imagine any picture and write a story around it. Okay, normal. It's talking about the 12th slide, जो आप story खुद से बना के जाते हैं. Now we will see two examples. We will see two examples where when you put feelings and actions and thoughts, all three, it becomes a beautiful story. And one where you just put actions and it becomes a dead story. आप अपनी स्टोरी में सिर्फ एक्शंस डालेंगे, it will become a dead story. ठीक है? We'll see two examples. Okay, Shivam, can you project that picture of that man running? Okay, zoom it a little bit. Okay, so first see the picture. Picture is very normal picture. Everybody has seen this picture throughout their lives. People, those who go to multiple SSB attempts, they must have seen it thousand times. A person is running. He's wearing underwears, some kind of underwear shorts. Okay. Okay, now let's see the story. Mandeep, 21, final year student of BA, Bachelor of Arts from Berhampur University. He was an athlete and 5,000-meter cross-country runner. As his inter-university cross-country competition is coming in the next month, he decided to participate in it. He firstly registered his name, marked the date on the calendar, made a schedule, chose location for practice, took guidance from his coach, and did long running, jogging, beach running to enhance his stamina, did speed workout and agility drills, went to the gym to strengthen his muscles, practiced with time in morning and evening time, followed good and balanced diet, including carbs and proteins, did stretching and took ice bath, drink a lot of water to hydrate body, follow good sleep pattern, took rest before competition, participated in it, won first position by beating his own timing. He was appreciated by his principal for his efforts and results. Lot of actions. Where does it take you? It is a dead story. Is there any line which shows the thought and feeling of the character? No, there are just actions. And if you think that putting a lot of action makes your story intelligent, then you are probably not getting how it works. Right? Now I will give you another example where first I will show you the picture, and then I will show you a sample story as to how to put feelings and thoughts with actions. Okay, next picture. Okay, see this picture. In this we see 7 characters. Yes, in this we see 7 characters: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In those 7 characters, the prominent one are those 4 people, that small family. Okay, this is a picture. Couple and their children, a male child and a female child, and they're standing near a cannon, and in the background you can see some fort kind of structure, maybe a red fort. You can consider it a red fort. You are free to consider it any fort. Okay, it depends upon you. Now I'll show you a sample story on this. This story was written with a female candidate mindset. You can just simply replace the female name with a male name if you want to make it from a male mindset. Now I'll show you a story on this, and I'll show you how you can make your story a lively story, a living story, right? Okay. Show us the story, Shivam. हाँ, good. Leela, a mother of two preteens, was contemplating as to how reduce her children's screen time. She planned an outdoor activity to encourage physical exploration and curiosity. She took her family to the Red Fort of India because of its historical significance. Leela explained the fort's history, rulers, and defense system to her children. The children were fascinated, listening with wonder and curiosity. Leela engaged them with stories of the cannon and its role in defense. This activity promoted bonding, improved attention span, and mental health. Leela loved the spark of curiosity in her children's eyes. This experience showed her kids that the outside world can be more interesting than the smartphone. Leela realized she'll need to continue finding new ideas to keep her children engaged. This day was a success, and Leela felt like a proud mother. Now, this story is a story where it seems that a character is living it. Now, I'll go line by line. I'll tell you which line signifies the action and which line signifies the thought. Shivam, can you please zoom it again? Zoom it a little bit and keep scrolling it down as I go downward. Okay. Leela, a mother of two preteens, was contemplating as to how reduce her children's screen time. Now, this line was contemplating as to how reduce her children's screen time is thought. लीला इज थिंकिंग कि मैं अपने बच्चों का स्क्रीन टाइम कैसे रिड्यूस करूं. She planned an outdoor activity to encourage physical exploration and curiosity. This is action. उसने प्लान किया. She took her family to Red Fort of India because of its historical significance. This is action. Leela explained the fort history, rulers, and defense system to her children. This is action. The children were fascinated, listening with wonder and curiosity. Now this line is feeling. बच्चे बिल्कुल बिल्कुल भौचक्का हो गए, बिल्कुल वंडरमेंट के साथ बच्चे सुन रहे हैं अपनी माँ को, क्यूरियोसिटी के साथ, कौतूहल के साथ. दिस इज फीलिंग. बच्चों की फीलिंग है ये. लीला engaged them with stories of cannon and its role in defense. This is action. This activity promoted bonding, improved attention span and mental health. This is thought. कि इसकी वजह से माँ बाप और बच्चों के बीच में बॉन्डिंग अच्छी हुई, अटेंशन स्पैन अच्छा हुआ. आज के वक्त में फोन की वजह से हर किसी का अटेंशन स्पैन खराब हो रहा है. You go to any public place, people are just bloody scrolling. They using their thumb, scrolling. Leela loved the spark of curiosity in her children's eyes. What is this? This is feeling. Leela is loving that. उनके बच्चों के आंख में वो जो spark है curiosity का, कुछ जानने को मिल रहा है, कुछ नया सीखने को मिल रहा है. Leela is loving that. This is feeling. This experience showed her kids that the outside world can be more interesting than the smartphone. This is thought. बच्चों को ये पता चला यार बाहर की दुनिया भी इतनी ही अच्छी है, फोन से ज्यादा अच्छी है. लीला realized she'll need to continue finding new ideas to keep her children engaged. लीला को यह समझ में आया कि उसे क्रिएटिव होना पड़ेगा और बहुत नए नए तरीके ढूंढने पड़ेंगे अपने बच्चों को इंगेज रखने के लिए. दिस इज व्हाट. दिस इज फीलिंग. लीला इज फीलिंग कि यार मुझे हर दिन ऐसा कुछ नया करना पड़ेगा. किसी दिन मुझे उन्हें स्विमिंग क्लास ले जाना पड़ेगा, किसी दिन मुझे उन्हें टेनिस खिलाना पड़ेगा, किसी दिन मुझे उन्हें ट्रैकिंग पे ले जाना पड़ेगा. तभी तो बच्चे फोन नहीं देखेंगे. द डे वॉज सक्सेस एंड लीला फेल्ट लाइक अ प्राउड मदर. Leela felt like a proud mother. This is thought. So when your story becomes a combination of thought, feeling, and action, then it becomes a living story. Otherwise, it's a dead story. अगर आप अपने स्टोरी लिखने का तरीका चेंज नहीं करेंगे, अगर आप if you will keep writing dead stories, then I think it's difficult, right? Because the psychologist is trained from DIPR. He has a lot of experience. He knows how to catch. Okay, so this much for today, and I wanted to keep this video short, and I wanted to convey a very simple thing, right? That stop writing your stories in a dead template. हमने एक टेम्पलेट बना लिया अपने दिमाग में और हम डेड तरीके से लिखते जाते हैं उसको. We should change it, and we should write our stories with feelings, thoughts, and actions. All three are important. So stop being hysteric about actions. Stop being hysteric about actions. Actions के लिए पागल होना बंद करिए. Thoughts और feelings भी डालना शुरू करिए. Then your story will become a lovely story, and it will seem that you're living that story. That's it for today. Thank you. Jai Hind.